Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray here with Coach John Olive. It's the fifth quarter show, and it is the day after the first and last day of the playoffs. For us. And we made a trip to Rhea County yesterday afternoon and last night and met a buzzsaw.
Yeah, very good football team.
A good football team.
You know, this quad has three undefeated teams in it, Rhea County, Ottawa, and Oak Ridge. And, you know, they're undefeated for a reason.
Very much
it's because they can move the football on just about anybody. And defensively, you've got to have some people up front to make some headway against them. You know, so they're a good football team. They'll play an undefeated football team this coming week in Ottawa.
Yeah, Ottawa won last night.
That'll start shaking that quadrant out, and Oak Ridge is the other undefeated football team in that quadrant. So rough row to hoe, and we knew that we needed a little help from them last night. We needed them to be off just a little bit for them to be looking ahead to Ottawa. And we needed our young men to give great effort every play and to play a near perfect game to have a chance. And I'm not sure that we could, the way they played last night, I'm not sure that they still don't beat us by 2 touchdowns if we played well.
Well, and we worked hard, and you know, the line play, I thought there was a great difference in the line play.
Yeah, their linemen,
they were big.
Well, they're strong. That's the biggest thing. They're strong. They're very athletic up front. More so than, you know, they were actually smaller than what they look like on video. On video, they look just like they're huge. Maybe it's because the way they mow people down.
Might be it.
But in person and looking at them, they're not that big. I mean, they're big. They're good size. Don't get me wrong. But like their guards are sub 6 foot talls, but they're probably 230 pounders, and they're strong. They can absolutely move their feet and
athletic, very quick.
Defensively, did not realize how quick their 2 defensive tackles were. As they really gave us some problems last night. Cross-facing or whatever you want to call it anyway. They're lining up on one shoulder and ending up on the other shoulder after the ball was snapped, and we really struggled with picking that up.
I'm gonna, of course, they run, I guess, a wing tee or a modified wing tee.
They're a wing tee. I mean, it's what today's version of wing tee is.
And I know I've probably asked you this question before, but I'm gonna ask it again because it appears like, you know, when we played Winchester, one of the backs almost jumped, and it always looked like to me that was pre-snap. And last night, and of course the quarterback's underneath and he's squatted down almost with his hind end on the ground, but it appeared to me that those guys move.
Well, they can move one. You know, it's just like going in motion. You just can't have 2 of them moving at the same time.
So that person that's lined up back there doesn't have to be in that backfield. That's right, I didn't think about that. Yeah. So if he jumps or takes a step prior to the snap,
he's just going in motion.
He's a motion person.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And now one thing they do differently is you can't stick your hand in between the hips of their offensive linemen. I mean, they are foot to foot, more so than any wing tee team I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that formation is, as you watch the film, you'll realize, I mean, they're just all in you'd think you could surround them.
And you know,
they're tight.
They're in there tight. They're all thick-chested, thick-hipped young men who can move people around. The tight end's not a small guy; he's a big guy, and he clears some space for them. But then you got a 210-pound fullback, 205, something like that, 185 and 185 at those 2 halfbacks, and so they're not huge kids. They're very athletic and they're good football players.
Number 24.
24,
is
21.
Is an athlete. I mean, sure enough, you'll see.
So anyway, you know, they're a good football team, and it'll be interesting to see. I think where they'll struggle, that if they meet up against somebody that's just as physical but has more athletes,
right,
that's when they'll be in trouble.
Right, right. All right, what we're going to do right now is take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the first quarter.
What if you could find peace of mind with Got Your Back Checking? Discover Ascend's Preferred Checking, where rewards and security are the key to a balanced financial future. Earn cash back on purchases at your favorite retailers. Plus, our ID theft protection, card patrol, and extra security mean your finances stay safe and sound. Open or upgrade to an Ascend Preferred Checking account and see what's possible.
Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stocks quality Benjamin Moore paint, Tamco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree's Southern Rose and Sun windows, Trader's grills, Quickset locks, General Shell brick, Yellow wood, and pass load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply. 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma.
The Kia Cadenza sale continues at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. We still have a great selection to choose from. Purchase one of these Kia Cadenzas out of dealer inventory and receive dealer invoice pricing, starting as low as $32,545. No games, no gimmicks, no hassles. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. Invoice pricing for a limited time only. Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Why buy anywhere else?
Unlike all the rest, Southern Community Bank will provide you with a different banking experience because you are our first priority. Our services are intuitive. Our team is friendly. Our approach is refreshing. Our support to the community is unwavering. And our service is clearly unique. We offer accounts that make banking simple and hassle-free with all the conveniences you want and need most. Call Southern Community Bank and experience the bank that is unlike all the rest.
Our captains last night, number 3, Riley Darden, young man in the Jackets, Jonathan Stovall, who's injured in the first ball game of the year, 31, Mikey Lett, and 44, Aaron Gray. And those are our 4 permanent captains. And, our tradition is that once we make it to the playoffs, we allow the permanent captains to be the ones who represent us. And we used to do the Rudy Award to honor the player who had best prepared our players during the week, but the TSSAA doesn't allow you to walk somebody out there anymore like we used to do, and so we may we'll go back and reconsider some things. I've always alternated the seniors throughout the year, but we may make it that we have 2 seniors represented and then or 3 seniors, and then have a Rudy Award. Aaron Gray makes the tackle there on the kickoff. They've got the ball in good field position at 41. And they start off running. They're running back there. Young sophomore, he's going to be a really good football player. Mikey Lett, Jake Crabtree on the tackle. They come right back, run him again, and again. Mikey Lett, Jake Crabtree. And then they're going to run the reverse or slice, whatever you want to call it, right here, 24 coming right back through. And we're not able to touch him and get him down. Outruns us to the end zone. So 3rd play of the game, we give up a touchdown, and makes you question yourself when you chose to wait till the second half to use your option. And I don't know whether it made any difference or not. I don't think it would, because I think that they're a pretty good football team.
Well, and we were having some problems handling the ball last night as well.
Well, we did. You know, unfortunately, that's been a thing that plagued us here at the end of the season. That had not been a problem during the season, but for whatever be the reason, as the weather got cold, we didn't do as well. We open up right here, trying to put a pass in there in between their zones there, and not able to pitch and catch. And when we watch the video, Eli's he's on a cringe just like I did when I realized that Cole Potter's man had fallen off. You know, Cole's not the design receiver. You're expecting his man to be over the top of him, but anyway, come back and try to go to Cole there, and
that was a good defensive play.
Good defensive play by their safety, coming off the hash mark there. So we have to punt the ball back to them. So we're 3 and out. They were 3 and out as well, but they're up 7-0 after they're 3 and out. And Riley Darden punting the football, and you know, Ray County's got a very nice facility there, as they had redone their stadium and track and put in the artificial turf. And I asked our players, some of them last night, how they liked playing on it, and they all were showing me burns and stuff that they had from it, and I think we'd rather play on natural grass.
Now, I went out there and walked on it. It's pretty fast track, though.
Yeah.
Did it have the rubber?
Yeah, it's got the rubber, ground up rubber down in the base of it. Yeah. Those are really carpet fibers that, and I don't know how high theirs are, but most of them are in the 2 to 3 inch range.
There goes 24.
And then they just fill it in with either sand and rubber or all rubber. And I'd say theirs is an all rubber if I was taking a guess, but I don't know that. And they're just a machine on offense. It's a well-oiled machine. Gray Alexander there on the tackle. Really a good job. If you're watching this again later on, you'll see that he's blocked and he spins out of the block. And then here's the play that they scored the first touchdown on, and they score a second touchdown on the same play. Runs it a little differently. He turns it up because we actually played it a little better, but we couldn't make the tackle up the middle.
Right.
And same result, 14-0, and we've got to get our offense moving. And you know, kickoff return had been something we had done really well all year long, but we were never able to get one out past the 30 against them.
They had pretty good team speed, though.
Overall, I mean, they're a good football team. That's the reason that they have won the games that they've won. And Chris House there picks up about 5 or 6 there, and we're gonna come back and run Chris again. He's gonna bounce it outside, and he picks up more good yardage and a first down.
Yeah, that's great.
And Eli Grow keeps it there on the read and picks up 5 yards. So we've got a 2nd down 5. And this is what we needed to be able to do. We need to be able to respond and get our offense going. Try to hit Cole here on the backside, and we're able to do it. And get him on the post corner route there. And so we've moved the ball down deep into their end of the field. We do a great job right there. Eli's got pressure on him. He hits his hot route, and Aaron Gray picks up 5 yards or so. We come back and try our War Eagles package there, and good defense by Ray County. and we're gonna come back and we try to hit Riley over here, and we just can't pitch and catch. Don't know if we'd gotten the first down anyway. We decided to go for a field goal that we need some points, and we're not able to put it through there. So don't get the points. Defense, there comes the slice again, back through going the other way this time. And we trap him into the boundary, and I think it's the only real penalty during a play called right there. His holding was called. Alex Williams on the tackle there. And good job. I think that may have been Dylan Pearson that made that play. It may have been Mikey. But I believe if I remember right, Dylan came in there. Dylan played well for us defensively last night. Christian Kazmark doing exactly what he was coached to do there. He was the designated crawler, just to try to get some depth and keep them from getting some of those linemen out. And
they didn't score.
They didn't score, and we got the ball in good field position. And we open up trying to run Chris, and not a lot of room there. If you're watching this from the end zone view, you'll see a stunt going on with the defensive front, and the quarter comes to an end. We're down 14-0. We've got to respond to have a chance.
Right.
I mean, that's just what it is. You got to respond.
And you know, at this point, several times during the season, we've had this type of situation where it takes a little bit for the defense to adjust and catch up to what's going on. And so I'm thinking, well, you know, it's 2 touchdowns. We're going to go on down here and get this, and the defense will adjust. And you know, we're still in this ball game.
Yep.
Got a whole lot of football yet to play.
We gotta start staying consistent on offense.
Right. So that said, we'll be back after this quick commercial break with the second quarter.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades, and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Goody Two Scoops is a self-serve frozen yogurt shop located in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We have over 80 different flavors of soft-serve frozen yogurt and can offer 15 of those flavors served at one time. We have over 50 different toppings, ranging from fresh sliced fruit to chocolates and assorted nuts. Our frozen yogurt is a healthier alternative for a frozen treat with certified live cultures that are good for you. Goody Two Scoops also has a full commercial kitchen with 2 certified chefs on duty to bake an array of fresh pastries, custom cakes, wedding cakes, assorted cookies, chocolates, cupcakes, and our delicious chocolate-covered strawberries, just to name a few. We are kid and family friendly with a dedicated, friendly, and qualified staff to serve you.
Hey, I'm Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Our goal is to provide you comfort in your home. Cool weather's on its way. Sign up for your fall maintenance now. Trane is offering some special financing or rebates for your new systems you purchase this fall. Our goal is to provide you with the best possible service and installation job available. Our office staff is beat by none. Now that you've heard the Stroop effect, the picture is clear. Call Stroops for all your service needs.
Would you drive a few extra miles to save thousands on a new or pre-owned vehicle? If you answered yes, do yourself a favor and come see us at Stamina Ford in Lewisburg. Right now, we're offering the Ford Focus for $16,455. This vehicle is automatic, power windows, and power locks. Or check out our F-350s, up to $10,000 off. Come see us today at Stamina Ford. You'll get the same selection of savings as the other guys, but customer service of a small town dealership. And remember, if anyone can, Stan can.
Still have the ball in great field position. And yardage tough to come by there. We try Chris House again. But we're getting ready to get a big play right here. And we're going to hit Cole Potter on the curl route. And then Cole Potter does what Cole Potter does, and that's he turns in electric plays. He outruns everybody to the end zone after the first guy's not able to close on him quick enough. Will Holt puts it through, and it is 14-7.
It's like we talked.
That's exactly right.
Tickle me 16 was closing on Cole coming around there till he made that corner, and then he turned on the afterburners.
We were trying to pop it up there, and we ended up kicking it out of bounds. They come back, run a post route, and I don't think Jay ever found the football.
No.
And so anyway, they're right back down on our end of the field.
What, they passed the ball 3 times?
Maybe. 4 that I can remember now right off the bat.
But you can just tell by the way that 24 walks, he's a
very good football
strong,
player.
athletic kid.
Number 5. 5's a good-looking young man. I think they list him at 210 pounds, and I'm not sure he's 210, but he's definitely a 200, 205-pound running back, and he's a tough, hard-nosed kid.
But you just notice, to the folks out there, just notice how tight these guys are together. I mean, that whole thing is...
There's no getting any stunts through there.
No.
Now, going way back, we played a Cleveland team years ago when they were on a big-time run of 3 state championships, 3 straight state championships. And anyway, they gashed us down there in Cleveland, 1994. And so Coach Dyer and I, we've set out on our mission. We've talked after that game, and for the next 2 weeks, we've talked about we're going to go someplace and learn what we need to do to stop this wing T. Well, they're playing Brownsville, Haywood County in the state championship game. And Coach Dyer and I always went to the state championship games together, and so we're sitting up there in the stands by ourselves, and I mean, it's 0-0. And then it's finally 7-0 Cleveland.
Yeah.
And it's late in the third quarter, and it's 7-0 Cleveland. I finally reach over and punch Ronnie, and I said, well, right there's how you stop the wing T. You got to have that guy, and that guy, and that offense doesn't work anymore, just like all other offenses look against them.
Yeah.
And so anyway.
It's easy to do it when you got the athletes to fill the spots.
Yeah, and there's a lot of coaches that do a great job with the wing T offense. I felt like Coach Carr in Franklin County do a great job with the wing T offense, and theirs is a little bit different style than this one. But
now doesn't Lawrence County run some wing T as well?
Lawrence County does too. And so there's coaches that really love that offense, and it's got a lot of, good things to it. The way plays start, they look the same, and I'm talking about other things right now because this thing's gonna get real ugly.
Real quick,
as we turn it over there and they run it in, and then we're gonna turn it over again as soon as they kick off to us. We're gonna run 1 or 2 plays and turn it over again. Our kids are still giving good effort. It's not that we're gonna lay down and just sit there and take it now, but it's just, we just fall apart. But anyway, I've never been a big fan of the wing T offense because when you do match up against people that are just big physical people like that Haywood County team was, and athletic linebackers behind them and so forth, if you ever fall behind, it's a hard offense to catch back up in.
Right.
And
it's a grind.
Comes down to Jimmy's and Joe's, no matter what offensive style you want to be. Urban Meyer has probably popularized this style of offense that we're running, and Gus Malzahn and Hugh Freeze are making, you know, there's a lot of people. You've got a lot of people, and there's a lot of carryover in our style of offense to some wing T. There's your second pass.
Yeah, this guy right here gets hit about 12 times.
Yep. We finally get him down there, and Jose and Alex Williams. And, I mean, in the first half, I felt like we battled well inside the 20-yard line. I mean, we couldn't keep them out, but we're hitting, anytime you see somebody fall like that, you can count on number 31 for us is the one that just hit him. There's your third pass.
I forgot that one.
And the only other one I can remember is the same pass play, except they complete it for a touchdown against us.
Yeah.
Late in the ball game.
Quarter.
Yeah. And there may be one in between there, but that's what I remember. Right here, I bet you they wish they just stood up and threw the football right there, because they would have had 2-on-1. And we do a great job here stringing this thing out, but their back does a better job at cutting back.
Yeah.
And we had 2 players that overran it, and then the others just didn't get there in time. It was really a good run by the running back, especially if you watch it from the end zone cut. It's a really, really good run by 24 Dost.
Now, if they catch that block punt right there in the air and run it in the end zone, it's
on
2
PAT,
points.
I think it's dead.
Dead? Okay.
High school ball, PATs go dead. I could be wrong on that, but that's how they ruled it last night, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is in high school ball. Now, in a field goal situation, it would still been live.
Live ball, yeah.
Yeah. And you can see it's getting a little bit more difficult for us to run the football. We had started off running it a little bit, but as all defenses do, they do adjust to running back styles and so forth. We hit Dylan there for a short gain.
Dylan had a good football game last night.
I thought he did, man, and really impressed by him on the defensive side of the ball last night. I thought he did some things well. And we just miss him there. We had him for the first down, and
I never could figure out who he was throwing it, but was he throwing it to Dylan?
Throwing it to Dylan there. We had changed his route up just a little bit, and it worked. Outside linebacker stepped to the outside, safety stayed back, and we had the hole right there where we wanted to put it, and we just couldn't put it in there. We finally stopped that slice play just then. And, that was the 2 opening scores play, and Turf Monster got number 5 that time.
Thank goodness.
Very thankful. I think it was that eagle there on the field that tripped him. And then O'Reilly Darden's will make a good play. That's how you beat the blocker, and good tackle, and that'll end the half as we let the clock run out. And so rough situation. We are going to get the ball. If we can score coming out in the second half, then you know, I don't know whether we can make a game of it or not, but you at least feel like you got a chance. It won't take long to figure out that the door's going to be slammed shut real quick.
Well, I mean, of course, I'm sitting there thinking, well, I wonder what the biggest deficit we've ever come back from. And one is, you know, you always got to be thinking positive about that stuff.
That's correct.
But tell you one thing I'm thinking positive about right now is, you see that? Look at there. That is a strawberry glazed donut from the Donut Palace. Right across the street from the high school. Right here in Tullahoma. Me, oh my, oh, it's good. And we appreciate them for supplying donuts to us on the John Olive 5th Quarter Show throughout the whole season. And, you know, if you need something sweet and tasty, and go over there and see them at the Donut Palace. We'll appreciate it if you do, and so will they. We also want to thank Rick Gerwe and his family at Mid-South Distributing. They're our water sponsors, and this is Aqua Hydrate. If you need to hydrate, get Aqua Hydrate. It's infused with electrolytes, and it's always good to keep your electrolytes balanced. You never can tell what might happen if you're unbalanced with your electrolytes. You might look like that instead of like that. So, Aquahydrate, Mid-South Distributed, Rick Gurr, we thank you. And we want to thank again Brent Bates at Tri-County Roofing. If you need commercial or industrial roofing, give Brent a call at 728-1664, located in Manchester, Tennessee, and he will come out and give you a free estimate on your commercial or industrial roofing project. Been doing it for longer than anybody else around here, and he's been doing it long because he does it right. And that's Brent Bates, Tri-County Roofing, and that's located in Manchester, Tennessee, 728-1664. We'll be right back after these commercials.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Are you a shoeanista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bren's Shoe Boutique, located at the Village on Jackson, 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 120 in Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bren's. A shoeanista herself, owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Rocket Dog, Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, J. Renee, Bandolino, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bren's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford at Bren's Shoe Boutique, now open in Tullahoma.
Are you ready to look better, feel better, and lose weight? Hi, I'm Joe McCamey, and when I was 90 pounds overweight, I needed a simple solution. That's why I started the Lose to Win weight loss competition.
My name is Sue Richardson, and I have lost 36.6 pounds.
And I've actually lost a total of 104 pounds.
It's getting on the scale and watching the numbers go down.
The Lose to Win competition can help you too. Take control of your weight in 2014. I'm here to help. Visit our website or call today.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
All right, folks, we're back, and we get the ball to start the second half, and Riley had stepped into the end zone.
Had to back up into the end zone to get the ball.
You know, I thought he stepped in the end zone the first half in one of those, but
the ball has to cross that white line.
Okay, it's not just your foot.
And so anyway, he's about a yard deep in the end zone. We run Cole and pick up about 7, come back and bring Riley across in motion and try to run Chris there up the middle and not able to, and then bad call by me. We're just trying to run our little hitches, and they jump down into a defense, and anyway, we just, good call by them, and then we get a little bit of a low snap, and they just, you know,
they got the ball on our inside the 20.
It's just like a turnover. And this time, they're not going to waste any time. Young man's going to put it in, I think, on this play right here. And here he comes, 21, and he just runs through us. And so they closed the door on us rather rapidly. And then we jump off sides. So with the kickoff coming this time, they do a great job. They're just a good all-around football team, and they are making us look rather average. We're going to hit Riley Darden there on the curl route, and Riley picks up good extra yardage.
Of course, they never kicked it off to 5.
He gets a couple of them, and they tackle him too.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make any difference. They're just kicking everything to the right. They're on that right hash mark, and that's where they're kicking the ball. And so anyway, we're trying to pitch and catch there to Cole, and not able to. We're going to take a couple of more shots at them, but we're not going to be able to make it happen. And you can't see it here, but we just couldn't catch a pass there right in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that pass was pretty well thrown.
It was going to take a good catch. It wasn't, it was a little high and everything, but we just couldn't bring it in. And but it was catchable.
Right.
It was a catchable throw.
And when you make Cole, that one across the middle to Cole, you make a couple of those plays like that, it gives you a little bit of that confidence you need to go forward. And it seems like, we just never did have those couple of plays in a row to get going and get that confidence built up.
It's called consistency, and we've not had a real consistent offense this year. We hit in spurts. And we had some big play potential, and that's the reason that we were able to score. But like last week against Coffee County, we'd drive it down there and then couldn't put it in. And then on the second half, we go have 0 points first half, and then we get 20 points second half. And really had 14 with under a minute to go, and we get another touchdown. So. The week before that, we got shut out, and the week before that, we get 14, but it just very erratic. And, the most consistent half we had was the second half against Columbia. We were consistent on that half. About everything we were doing well. And they're doing what a good football team does. They just take it and just drive it right down the field. And that's what good football teams do. They put the knockout blow on you.
I mean, that kid went about 20, 25 yards, not a person touched him. Once he got around the corner.
I think Mike reached out for him.
Somebody
he had a blocker tying up the other arm, and that was 20 yards downfield.
Right. I mean, they were.
But they're just taking it and moving it right down the field right now, and
like you say, they like a machine.
Having their way with us, and very impressed by them.
Go over the top, another touchdown. And they're going for 2. There's that other pass.
They just didn't get their hands on the ball, and I didn't count that one.
So they're going for 2. They wanted to make it 40-48.
And then Riley again, and
Gets it stripped.
Yeah.
There you go.
James Burrell. Glad James came out and played for us this year. He was first-year player for us as a junior here, and look forward to having him back next year. He made as much improvement as anyone.
I think Mr. Lamoya had the same kind of night with the team. All right, end of the third quarter.
End of the third quarter, clock's rolling.
And it's not getting any better.
It is not getting any better.
So what we'll do is take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter.
The Kia Cadenza sale continues at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. We still have a great selection to choose from. Purchase one of these Kia Cadenzas out of dealer inventory and receive dealer invoice pricing, starting as low as $32,545. No games, no gimmicks, no hassles. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. Invoice pricing for a limited time only. Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Why buy anywhere else?
The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma.
Everybody's in a business. A realtor helps build your family with a home to grow in. A doctor keeps you healthy and can fix a broken heart. An accountant keeps you on track for your future dreams. As a master IJO jeweler, Woodard's Diamond Showroom is a little of all of these because we're in the love business. We're there for your family's special times with regular happiness checkups and symbols of love. That's our business at Woodard's Diamond Showroom inside Northgate Mall of Tullahoma.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
We open up with the football here in Ray County. Coach Pimpton's substituted here, and he's going to let some of his younger kids play. We complete. That's a good job by Eli Grove there, coming off his primary target to a secondary target, moved around, bought some time, and completes it there in Gray. And we get Cole Potter. They had left their first team corner in there to cover Cole, but he had lost his footing there again. And this time we hit Aaron Gray, and Aaron's on a stretch for the end zone, and
good job,
touchdown.
Coach.
And so we get it back underneath the 35 threshold, so that'll make the clock stop now. Anytime in the state of Tennessee you get behind by 35 points or more, the clock becomes a continuous running clock.
Recovered by Smith, forced out of bounds at the 4.
I didn't realize that.
In the second half.
Look, this kid run. He wants it. He wants to make first team, Coach.
I believe that's the coach's son. I'm not positive on that, but his name was Pimpleton. So I heard him say that, so I think it probably is.
Pemberton on the run.
You know, it's just grind it out.
Brought down by Aaron.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Greg English for bringing the band down to Ray County, and it was nice having them in the stands and what they add to it. Has a long ways to go, and I want to thank Miss Kathy Rose as well, as our principal works very hard at trying to create excitement for the students, and she had a send-off put together for the football team yesterday, and she, you know, just has done a great job at creating excitement in the hallways amongst the students and leading them in cheers. Our parents and quarterback club fed the football team and cheerleaders as well as families on Thursday night, and that was held at First United Methodist Church, and then yesterday morning Grace Baptist opened up their doors to us as our cafeteria was not able to feed us breakfast yesterday morning, and I appreciate them doing that, jumping in there. And so a lot of things go into trying to do things to make it more than just playing a football game or being a part of the team. We try to make it where they get memories together, and there, you know, first time I think we got it out past the 30-yard line and
lose it again.
Guy rips it out of our hands, and the ball never hits the ground or anything. He's running the other direction with it. So anyway.
And this is their second team, basically?
Second team offense. Yeah. That was their first team back in there on the kickoff. And we're going to hold them here, and we'll get the ball back. Clock's moving again. Quarterback tried to keep it there on a bootleg.
He's not quite as quick as that other one.
Well, the other one, you know, never really keeps the ball either. Yeah. They give it to those three running backs most of the time, and they do a very good job. Austin Mullins, sophomore, carrying the football there.
Duncan on the run. Brought down by Parson. Second, 6.
And David Gagnier tried to hit Jay Coop there. Come back, David Gagnier's on try to run it, and this will be the last play of the game. Brings the game to an end. And congratulations to Coach Pemberton, his staff. Long-time guy that I hadn't seen in years. Turned out to be on his staff last night, and Pete Billingsley, he was a graduating senior at Carson Newman when I arrived as a little old bitty freshman. He was a great basketball player, and anyway, Pete was on their staff last night, and as soon as I saw him and realized who it was, I didn't recognize him at first. I asked him if he was trying to start his own Duck Dynasty show, because he had a big beard grown out and everything. And anyway, I told Coach Pemberton there in pregame warm-ups, I said, I'm going to do something right here to Coach Billingsley. I said, just want your permission to cross over on your side of the field. And he said, yeah, go see him. I go running up to him, screaming and yelling at him, why aren't you playing my son more? I want you to know right now, I don't appreciate you not playing my son, because 30 years ago, he came into my classroom and he says, I want to talk to you right now. I want to know why you have mistreated my son in this class like you've been. And Pete's a big old black man. I mean, he fills a door up in that day and time. And anyway, so get to have a little pregame fun before, because it was good to see a guy that I hadn't seen in 20-something years, I guess. So it was good to see him. And congratulations to him. Wish him the best.
Yeah. And while Jenny's getting the pictures ready back there, going forward, Columbia got beat last night.
They did, and they had a great comeback. They were down 31-7 at one point in that game, and they come back and get beat 38-36. And so I don't know too much about the game. I was just keeping up with the scores as we obviously played an hour in front of everybody.
Right.
And as we were traveling on the bus back down to Chattanooga to eat a post-game meal, I was keeping up with their scores, and it got to be 31-14, and then it went 38, or maybe 38-14, then 38-21, and that's the last I saw it. We went inside, we ate, and then when we came back out, it was 38-36 final. So they made a great comeback, fought hard, and I really thought Columbia had an opportunity. They had some really, really good football players, and just had some really weird finishes, including ours.
Right. And then Lawrence County got beat by Millington?
By Millington on the last seconds is what I was told. Coach White was keeping Coach Hazlett up to date on that game, and got beat on a field goal inside. I don't know if it was the last play of the game, but it was in the last 20, 30 seconds of the game, and it may have been the last play of the game that they gave up a field goal and got beat 16-13.
Right, and then Shelbyville won.
Shelbyville won. Coach Hardy and his young men will play again. I think they're at home this coming Friday night, and I'm trying to remember who it was. I heard that they were going to play Beach, the team that beat Columbia.
Beat Columbia. And that boy Beach is, I don't know, I never did like it when we went up there.
I liked it one time. I didn't like it the second time we went up there. They're a physical football team, year in, year out. Coach Crabtree there at Beach. They're going to be an I team and a smokestack I team, unless they've changed, and I doubt if they have. That's Coach Crabtree, and from what I understand, they've got very good offensive line, which what makes that offense work. It'll be very interesting. Shelbyville will probably end up having to outscore them, but now Shelbyville's defense must have played really well last night. I know that they held them to a touchdown through the first half, and then Shelbyville in the third and fourth quarter kept making it wider and wider and wider, and I think won 32-13.
Okay,
I believe.
Yep, that's it, 32-13. So Shelbyville's the only one in our group that'll be going forward.
That's correct.
Forward. So now, are we going to take another quick commercial break here? Yes, she said yes, so that's what we'll do, and we'll be right back.
The Wash Spot on North Jackson Street in Tullahoma is your new state-of-the-art, high-tech express tunnel car wash that gets your car clean quickly and beautifully. We have 4 washes available, from the $6 Express Wash to the $12 Supreme Clean, featuring DuraShield Total Car Protectant. Just pick your wash and let the Express Tunnel Wash leave the dirt behind. After the wash, you can help yourself to one of the free vacuums. Come by 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to get the best wash in town at a great price. We're located at 2180 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. The Wash Spot, locally owned and operated.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas, the comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District.
They say you see the world differently. It's like you see the miracle of life in even the smallest things. That's what it feels like to survive. St. Thomas Heart has more locations than anyone in the state, giving more heart patients a new lease on life. For more than 40 years, they've been leaders in cardiac care. That's experience you can count on.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, Coach, we're back, and what we're going to do right now is recognize the players of the game and explain what we're going to do here, Coach.
What we thought we would do is just try to show you each of the 20 seniors. The senior class, every one of them that was healthy played, making contributions. A couple of them thought they were defensive players, ended up being offensive linemen to their chagrin, and yet I think they've enjoyed it. They have played beyond our expectations. They have given us everything that they had, and some of them, like Chris Potts, didn't get to play at all.
Right.
And obviously a big blow to our team because he was one of the best athletes on our team.
But it's been at every game.
Been at every game.
Helping move furniture, everything.
Then when Jonathan Stovall gets injured in the first ball game, he and Chris took over getting everybody under the goalpost and trying to be the emotional leaders and so forth as their contribution, as well as other things that they did. But I'm just trying to say thank you to a senior class that when you start off the season 0-3, you can easily start feeling sorry for yourself because you've lost so many teammates. We had some offensive linemen that we thought would play for us this year coming out of spring, and they get injuries that keep them out.
Right.
And so I just want to say thank you to the seniors for not throwing the hat in. We were not a great football team, never thought we were going to be a great football team, but we were competitive on most nights.
Yes, sir.
And after we started off 0-3, we laid one egg after that, and that was it. The rest of the time, they produced every time they got on the field. Didn't win them all, but they produced. They played hard. So anyway, just want to say thank you, and that's what you're going to see is pictures of the 19 seniors plus Christian Kazmark, who joined us late because he was coming back from a broken ankle out of wrestling.
Right.
And so he missed picture day.
There's Riley Darden. Cole.
Jonathan Stovall there.
Jonathan, yeah. He got hurt.
Linebacker. Chris Potts, Howard, triple jump, state champion in track, and would have been a wide receiver cornerback for us. And Jake Crabtree, corner, wide receiver.
Played a lot of good ball this year.
He did. Alex Williams became the quarterback of the secondary there. Got everybody where they were supposed to be. Chris House stepped up, filled in, and that was a real cause of concern for us, and I told him I was proud of him last night. He gives everything that little body has, he gives it. Mikey Ladd had a phenomenal year, probably has the most tackles of any linebacker since Jamil Northcutt, and when he hits like a rock.
Yeah. The missile.
Isaac Berber, told him last night it was phenomenal that he could play defensive end with old man's knees and a 175-pound body, and played well for us at defensive end. And the other defensive end, Gray Alexander, who finally started looking like his Uncle Tracy here as he started filling out. Another year from now, Gray Alexander's going to be a big old boy, and he'd be a good football player. And he did great for us at defensive end.
There's Curly.
And Curly got his hair cut nowadays, so Aaron Gray played linebacker, tight end for us.
And a great attitude.
And great attitude, very competitive. Jose Justiano, had a shoulder injury early in the year, knocked him out of the first couple of weeks of the season, took him another couple of weeks to work his way in, but he played a lot down the stretch, and last week against Coffee County, thought he made a great play when he took the dive and the quarterback on the same play. And Andy Duncan, his improvement at defensive tackle there during the early to mid part of the season was a big reason our defense got better.
Yeah, very, very true.
And here's one of the guys that thought he was a defensive lineman all the way through his career, and he ends up starting every ball game for us at right tackle, and really, really gave us everything that he had. Strong, physical kid. Brandon Bullard. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is Chad Daniel, and Chad missed his entire senior season because of an injury. But he was at every practice, and if he wasn't at rehab, he was there with us doing whatever he could to help out, and he didn't care if it was carrying the water bucket or if it was helping Heath tape somebody's ankle.
Right.
And then Jacob Gagnier, he was our bell cow. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He was the bell cow of the line. He set the tone, the tempo. And then here's the other young man who thought he was going to be a defensive player his whole life, and we convinced him to try offensive tackle, and he ends up starting every ball game for us at left tackle, Alan Gwynn. Number 6'7" is Christian Kazmark, and he played defensive tackle primarily for us, and probably played more last night than any ball game that he had all year long.
Made some good plays.
It fit. He could do what we needed done last night.
Right.
And then 78's Hayden Eggleston, and Hayden started every game at offensive guard and was a very, very solid performer. Coach Torres and I talked that he was probably the most pleasant surprise of all the kids on the offensive side of the ball, as he became a very good football player for us this year. And then here was another surprise. Will Holt, we're desperate for a kicker. And
he's been a good one.
Jake Crabtree, I think, cut a deal with him. I think Jake has to play soccer next spring or something along those lines. I don't know exactly how the deal was cut, but Will Holt.
You were glad.
He appears and, ends up doing a good job for us as a kicker, considering that he had never kicked a football until sometime during the month of July or 1st of August. So glad we had Will Holt jump in there, and he won the kicking job.
Well, Coach, it's been a good season. It's been an exciting season. It always is. Tullahoma High School football is always energetic. And I want to, you've thanked everybody and me for our bunch over here, for the town, the fans. I want to thank you, and I want to thank your staff about the way you run your program and the dignity that you show your young men and what you teach them about not only football but about life, and us as well by watching and participating. I just want to say thank you. Every season's not always a great season, but every season is always a learning opportunity and a rewarding opportunity to follow and watch the ebb and flow of how things go and how you captain these young men and your ship through the season is always a great thing to view. And
well, thank you.
This town appreciates you very much for the way you are and how you operate, and grateful.
Well, thank you very much. And the only thing I was going to say, because I realized we didn't say anything about Riley Darden and Cole Potter, because we're kind of doing this ad lib.
Right, yeah, well, that's true.
But that was two of our most important players, and I hope you all don't feel like we slighted them or anything, because they made play after play after play for us. Special teams, offense, defense, you name it. They never left the field. They were Iron Men, like several others of their teammates.
And if you look this year, I think more since for a long time, but you've got Riley, you've got Cole, you've got Aaron Gray, you've got Mikey Lett. There's 5 or 6 guys that never step off the field.
Right.
And that's the way we played it back in 1967 when we walked 5 miles to school in the snow barefooted uphill both ways. That's the way we did it back then. And these young men, you called them Iron Men, and they have done a good job and a great job. And as we said, thank you for the season.
Thank you.
We'll be looking forward to more Wildcat football next year, and you need to be right there with us.
Plan on it.
Plan on being there. That's what I wanted to hear. Folks, thank you for being with us, and tell our sponsors as you go in, thank them for participating in everything we do here on Channel 6 television, and particularly the John Olive and the Fifth Quarter Show. And with that said, we'll see you on the television next time.